Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I've been thinking today let me cover one of the first things today. I'm gonna just try and do a little sketch today, see if I can have things working out. No matter what, how this ends up looking, I'm gonna post it. That's the goal for today. But anyways, me, I don't know if I've talked about this on the channel up until this point, but I have struggled with for most of my life just having I don't know if the word crippling is the right word, but I've just genuinely struggled over pretty much my entire life with the idea of even talking to people for the most part. And it's something I realized, not necessarily realized early today, but something I've actively acknowledged is I haven't had to worry too much about talking to people, mostly because I'm around the same people all the time, pretty much. It's like this darker. So it's never been something I've overly had to deal with to some extent, but it's something that has been like a key driver in a lot of decisions I've made over my life. And part of that does make me feel stuck in certain areas, but overall I feel like it's just a natural aspect of who I am, you know. Though there are things that it does make my life a lot harder because I genuinely can't fathom the idea of talking to people for the most part. It's something the crazy part is it's just a personal, it's not, I don't know what the right word is, because I'm not trying to say it's made up, because it isn't made up. It's something I deal with, but it's definitely something where I acknowledge that it's not necessarily ridiculous, but I'm not gonna be hurt by the people I choose to not talk to, you know. It's mainly I just don't feel comfortable enough to engage in many conversations in general, unless I relatively know the person I'm talking to. Right, it's something I have sort of never really been able to get over. What is this? It's this, so then yeah, I guess that works. And I don't know whether or not me navigating with it per se is better than me navigating through it. What I mean by that is I don't actually fight the decision to be, very antisocial. Right. I just let that be something I take into consideration. Obviously, I do at times force myself out of my comfort zone, but for the most part, I stay in there because it's where I wouldn't say the happiest, because there's definitely times where I do wish I did more, but for the most part, it's where I'm the safest. And because it's where I'm the safest, I kind of am okay staying there. The thing though that I think makes this thought process of mine not necessarily the most sound is because for the most part I've never really had bad experiences per se going outside of my comfort zone for the most part. Most of my experiences are relatively good every time I go out of it, but I still choose to stay in my comfort zone for the most part. Right? Because of that, I'm a 95% sure that this is just something that I should stick with, because it's I don't think it's as simple as me being a shy person or me being someone who just is afraid of these things. I think I genuinely just prefer not to do them, which would be crazy because if you know me in real life, which most people don't, but I'm very talkative when I get to know you. But that's the key. If I have no clue who you are, I don't really want to talk to you, and I'll kind of just let you lead. Honestly, I even do that with my friends. I kind of let them determine how the conversation goes most of the time. I'll have my moments where I'll absolutely geek out on something, but for the most part I just kind of let people decide what they want to do. I'm not really an assertive person. it's not something I'm necessarily upset about either. I kind of am okay with it, but I do wonder at times, because like this is something that impacts my life, but it definitely has led to me making specific decisions over others. I wonder in what ways my life would be different if I wasn't who I was. And it's something I've always thought about to some sort of extent. Like, what if I wasn't so scared of everything? What if I wasn't afraid of putting myself out there for a lot of things? But I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. Though it does, to most extents, make me very uncomfortable to have the idea of maybe I've been making the wrong decisions for all this time. I think yeah, I'm gonna move this. And what exactly that means for things like this, I feel like that's also probably why I really enjoy doing stuff like this and talking in this sense, because as much as like I know there are other people who are gonna watch the video, right, and stuff, it's not like in particular anybody is actually watching it, right? I don't watch my videos after I record them. Even in the brief period of time where I was like doing editing, and like when I do editing in the future, I don't watch the video. I kind of have my way of editing for the most part is muting everything and making sure like the sound waves are in the right space. I don't really assiduously check to make sure things make sense or anything, because I just hate listening to myself. I feel like that's also an aspect. I genuinely do hate listening to myself, which is crazy for someone who doesn't like who talks so much. But like a person who talks so much who is also massively antisocial is also kind of like an oxymoron as well, to an extent. But I don't think I would change any of these qualities of myself. That's where I'm sort of getting to. One of the things that I've been recently thinking about a lot is like, as I discover these things about myself, what does that actually mean for me, the person who I am now, and like how I navigate things moving forward? Because like, for the most part, I'm happy as is, or not necessarily happy, but I'm okay with how things are. But the question often is it better for me to change to what could quote unquote be better, stay in what's comfortable? And as someone who's like, I'm like completely aware, right, that like people were normally attracted to comfortability rather than like what's better, right? We'll take a situation that's more dangerous but is a lot more comfortable danger than a safer situation that you don't know. I don't know a single person who goes against that concept. If you know someone, well, that's crazy. But is it worth it to put myself out there and change how I am? It's something I've really been thinking about, especially with this channel, because even though to an extent this channel has been me putting myself out there, I don't feel like it's me doing that, because it's not like anybody I know really watches the channel. Like, some of my friends are aware. Actually, I only think one guy is aware of its existence, but it's not like he watches it. He literally searched my channel up to find my other channel and just happened that they have the same name, right? Because he wanted to see my other channel, or for some reason. He didn't actually find it, nor does he really care that this exists, right? Nor do I think he even watches any videos. He probably doesn't even watch anything. So to an extent, this is not really connected to me in any manner, outside of in name that like I'm the one who operates the channel. It does not really, like, no one would know, except for people that know how I sound. But like I said, no one I know really watches. It's crazy though. A lot of people that I know, they don't really look at art the way you'd expect people that are my friends to look at art. But like, I haven't really talked to a lot of those guys in a while. Though I do hope that eventually I figure things out. I am very aware I'm like low-key a hot mess of a person, or at least I perceive myself as like a hot mess of a person. That might not be true, but I don't think I have anything. It's not that I don't think I have anything figured out, because I know I don't have anything figured out, but it's more so how the things I do have figured out impact my life, or like in like ways that are genuinely debilitating. I don't know, I feel like to an extent I'm just rambling. Maybe next time I do this, I'll have a little bit more of a cohesive idea of what I'm doing, both drawing wise and speech wise. And music wise. I'll probably play a different set of music next time. I remember when I used to stream to the ocean sounds. That was funny. I do really like this one though. Like this sketch I've done right now. Haven't really zoomed into too much. Haven't really changed the pen size. I mean, the pen size I'm using is kind of massive, but I don't really mind it. I don't think it looks that bad, even though, like, for example, this hand is small as hell. It needs to be bigger. As well with the streams, like, I'm not really 100% sure with what direction I want to take the channel in moving forward, or really how I plan on how my relationship with my art is gonna change as I sort of take it more seriously, because I've been doing this for a while now, not necessarily a long time, but I feel like I do want this to be something I do forever. So how I manage to integrate that with my life is going to be interesting. On top of that, like, the pressures of like figuring out what I'm gonna do with my life as well, without, like, you know, being an evil person. It's gonna be interesting. This looks like this doesn't look real. This doesn't look real. I feel like I can fix this. Oh yeah, I remember. I don't know why it doesn't look. It looks so whack because it shouldn't be like this. Do let me know if you guys enjoy when I yap though. I do think it does help me personally. And I also want to do more videos like this where it's just me drawing for like 30 minutes and talking about nonsense. And I do see the various ways I've improved my art over the years. I say years as if it's been a long time, but it's like been like a singular year and almost half a year at this point of me of like doing this to any level consistently. I remember when I was like actively tracking the hours, bro. That was so long ago. It's actually crazy how long I've been doing this now. I kind of wish I had this out of my hand out of frame. I'm really happy though, because even though part of me is aware like I have nothing figured out, I'm also aware that I've been a lot more free as a person recently. I don't really know exactly why that is per se, but it's something I've been taking. I actually don't mind the way that hand turned out. Advantage of. I feel like I've been sort of been a little bit more in control of things I've had to deal with, and it's kind of made my life better overall. Ooh, that's crazy. Sorry about that, guys. I was trying to find where my OBS is, and it showed up on this screen. I don't know how that's gonna look for you guys. I don't know why it does that. My OBS genuinely teleports across the two screens. If anyone knows why OBS does that for me, it's actually so confusing. I don't know why it does that. It just chooses to teleport, and it's something I want to fix, but I just want to check how much time I've been drawing for. 20 minutes? Okay. That means I have time. That means I have actually a lot of time. I thought I was taking a little bit longer. Oh, I'm on. I just realized. What do I want to do here? I'm not really sure. I have like a specific. There's just one. Where? Oh, I'm on eraser. That makes sense. I was like, yo, what's going on? I really do like this pen. This is like one of my favorite ones. I don't remember when I got it or how I got it. it's like a little bit interesting. It took me a bit to get used to it. I think this head is massive. You know what it though? You know what it is though? It's not the head per se. It's the I think that's better. I think we can keep it up here actually. Anyways, I feel like the one thing you should take away from this video if you haven't gotten this far is don't be afraid to live in how you want to live. You know, we're not gonna live optimal lives. There's no rush to be a perfect version of yourself. That's kind of pointless, and that will never exist. Like, there's no such thing as a perfect version of you, because the perfect version of you that would exist is either like genuinely a loser or like no offense, but like think about it, like everything that's perfect is boring, because like the I don't think I'm explaining this well. When you watch sports, I don't know if any of us watch sports, I watch sports occasionally. The thing that makes sports interesting is the fact that the better team doesn't win all the time. If the better team were to win every time, sports wouldn't be interesting. But one of the key factors is that things come into play that impact whether or not the team that's better on paper is going to win, right? And that's what's interesting, because anybody's game, anything can happen, right? Imagine if everything was so formulaic where you knew exactly what was going to happen before it happened, right? That would be so boring, right? You wouldn't enjoy it. It'd be so sad. I pray for anyone who'd ever have to deal with that, right? It's like that. It's like when Homelander, is it Homelander? No, Peacemaker. I don't know why I got those two mixed up. When he got sent to like the perfect world, right? And it was just like racist, right? Like, it's like that. That's what I mean. There's no such thing as perfect. And any sort of quote unquote perfection that does exist isn't real. It's a fake. That's how anytime I hear someone say something perfect, unless we're talking about perfect cell, which in that case that's different. But if we're talking about something that's perfect, I normally tune out, because that's not real. Even science isn't perfect, right? And that's like the closest thing. So don't set yourself to standards that are impossible to keep. I'm one who does this myself, right? It's not healthy, it's not reasonable, but most importantly, you're hurting yourself in the process, right? Now, there's a difference between goals and standards. Standards are not the same as goals. Anyways, I think I'm finishing up on this now. I don't know what I'm gonna wear. I got 6 more minutes. Let me see. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna see if I can find a outfit in my list of outfits that I want to wear. I'm sorry for this small break. Though I hope you guys are enjoying the video if you got this far. I'm trying not to bore you. I'm being serious. I am trying. Just because I'm trying doesn't mean I'm successful. Though I'm curious if you guys have other things you'd like me to talk about. Though I don't know exactly how good my opinion would be on most things, because I'm like low-key all over the place for the most part. Though I do really like how much progress I've made with my art over the years. And you know, it's only going to continue to get better. I'm debating on if I should even finish this, because like I'm curious. Maybe I should make that a second video. Let me know if I should just leave it as is whenever I finish. It would be like this. So right here, where this is, I change. It's crazy though, like just the passive information absorption I've had over the while. I think that's something I haven't taken full acknowledgement of. It's like I've learned a lot that I don't really credit how I learned it, and I think it's just because I spent all this time doing stuff over and over again that I sort of got a vibe of how things are supposed to look. I think that's it for today. I could do more, but I want to either dedicate time to figure out how I want things to turn out, rather than just starting something and maybe changing halfway, because I keep doing that. Anyways, that's pretty much it for now. Let me know what you guys want me to do moving forward, if you have any ideas. I'm currently kind of working through things, but I'm always here. Anyways, yeah, don't know how long this video ended up being. 30 minutes? Yeah, that's about it. This is what we ended up with. I think it's pretty solid. Forced myself to sort of use the full space and everything too. It's kind of nice. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully the audio is good. Hopefully everything's good. Let me know if any of the levels needs to change. I'll change that for the next video. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, blah 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 blah, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day.